Hi everybody, Ian Thompson here with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about my favourite episode from the hit sci-fi comedy series Red Dwarf. Red Dwarf was a sci-fi comedy series starring Chris Barrie, Craig Charles, Danny John Jules and Robert Llewellyn. My favourite episode is from Series 5, it's called Quarantine, and the episode starts with the Red Dwarf crew landing on this snowy planet where they discover this scientific research facility. Lister, Cat and Crichton go into the facility and Rimmer stays aboard Starbug 1. Whilst going through the facility, they discover these stasis booths, and the only person in the facility, a hologram, a Dr. Hildegard Landstrom, who has unfortunately caught a holographic virus which sends her crazy, and that's bad news for Lister, Cat and Crichton because she has the power of telekinesis and also is able to shoot lasers out of her eyes somehow. But also, Rimmer speaks to Dr. Landstrom at one point, and what he doesn't know is that she has transmitted the virus via radio waves, but he doesn't know that yet. He eventually does find out. And also that the power that she's able to use the telekinesis and shoot the lasers out of her eyes is draining her light bee, so eventually she just dies. Lister, Cat and Crichton go back to Starbug 1, and of course Rimmer has used the escape pod to go back to Red Dwarf ahead of them, and whilst Lister, Cat and Crichton are making their way back to Red Dwarf, they look at the scientific research material that Dr. Landstrom did, and they discover lots of things basically, because she was said to be quite a genius before she went crazy. She was able to put two viruses in liquid form, and the two viruses are the good luck virus and sexual magnetism. Anyways, they get back to Red Dwarf, but unfortunately Rimmer won't let them land in the landing bay that they want to land in. He makes them go to the landing bay that leads to Quarantine, because he thinks that they might have caught a virus from this Dr. Landstrom, and they're going to be stuck in quarantine for about 85 days, basically. Anyway, this, of course, isn't easy because normally they're able to just walk out of their own quarters and go to anywhere on the ship, but in quarantine they're stuck together for these 85 days, and 4 days later we see that they've had a fight with each other, and basically, well, they start having arguments, and what they don't know is that Rimmer has been listening to their conversation, and well, we see that Rimmer has kind of changed basically because he's wearing a red and white check gingham dress and army boots, which means Lister, Cat and Crichton basically discover that he has the holographic virus, but before they went into quarantine they were lucky to bring the two viruses, the sexual magnetism and the luck virus, and Crichton injects Lister with enough to try and get them out of quarantine and try and see if they can get the virus out of Rimmer, basically. So they get out of quarantine, and Rimmer, like Dr. Landstrom, has the ability of telekinesis and is able to shoot lasers out of his eyes. He also seems to have this power to, I don't know, sort of disintegrate things, I suppose you could say. And he also has a hand puppet, basically, which he calls Mr. Flibble. But in the end, Lister, Cat and Crichton are able to get what they need to get the virus out of Rimmer, and the episode ends with Rimmer in quarantine, and Lister, Cat and Crichton are wearing red and white check gingham dresses and, I presume, army boots. And, you know, Lister says that they're here to entertain him. And it just ends with them just starting making stupid noises. The fact is that Rimmer, who's played by Chris Barry, and I had very great honour to meet him way back in 2016. He's just a comedic genius as far as I'm concerned. Rimmer gets all the best lines, and for me, it's what makes the programme funny. I mean, the others are great too, but like I say, Rimmer is my favourite character. Anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you want to. Until the next time, see ya.